Gu Chang'e. Of course, it all made sense now. He didn't just want to humiliate him. No, Gu Chang'e wanted everything: his dignity, his future, his legacy. But what shocked him the most wasn't his enemy's ambition, it was his own master. The very man he trusted had chosen to compromise, all for a mere pill? What nonsense are you talking about? The master had barked in frustration. Everything I do is to help you escape. If it's truly for me, he countered bitterly, then do as I say, spread that information. A heavy silence followed. Fine, the master sighed at last. If you are so determined to go this far, I'll do as you say. A thin smile played on his lips. Heh, as expected of my good master, I knew you wouldn't abandon me. Yet beneath that smile was sorrow. Meanwhile, in a hidden realm, my lord, Elder Ming asked cautiously, if all you need is the remnant soul, why not simply kill Yi Chen? The man's gaze darkened. Elder Ming, do you still remember why we came to the lower realm? It was for the ultimate weapon? Correct. The ancient weapon of the demon gods of the 8 wastelands. The 8 wastelands demon halberd. He clenched his fist. If things followed their usual course, Yi Chen would stumble upon the ruins by sheer luck. Then, at the critical moment, he would be recognized by the weapon as its master. With the halberd's help, he'd turn the tide. A sinister smile curled on his lips. But this time, he'll be nothing more than a treasure-hunting rat for me. He turned away. Keep a close eye on Yi Chen. I'll be entering seclusion. Elder Ming nodded. Understood. Within his chamber, he muttered, Open the system mall. A glowing interface appeared before him. One item caught his eye. A heavenly ranked technique that could propel a cultivator straight into the false god phase, and it only cost 50 destiny points. This is the one, he said quietly. 3 days later, at the gates of the sacred land of Taishuan, 3 powerful cultivators appeared. Zhao Tian of the sacred land of Yangshu, Chu Wuji of the Great Sun Dynasty, Xiao Huo of the ancient Xiao family. They had come to pay their respects to the Holy Lord of Taishuan. Their combined presence, each a master of the titled Duke phase, created a formidable pressure. Enough with the formalities, one of them sneered. Su Taishuan, your sacred land has relied on Su Taishang to monopolize the spirit vein for centuries. Now that he's dead, shouldn't our sects be allowed to share in its blessings? If you surrender it willingly, Xiao Huo added, we might consider sparing you. After all, we're all top sects of the eastern wastelands. But Su Taishuan stood firm. The spirit vein has been the foundation of our sacred land for generations. You think we'll hand it over just because Su Taishang is gone? You think we're that easy to bully? So, you won't cooperate, Chu Wuji muttered darkly. Do you really think your sacred land can stand alone against the 3 of us? Su Taishuan remained composed. You think we have no one else to rely on? From behind, a soft voice whispered, Father, it was Su Taishuan's daughter. Is Lord Gu still in seclusion? She hesitated, guilt washing over her. Last time, I acted recklessly. I think he despises me now. I don't know if he'll help us again. Lord Gu, one of the invaders muttered. Could the sacred land of Taishuan have ties to the upper realm? Impossible, another snapped. The upper realm severed all ties with the eastern wastelands long ago. Su Taishuan doesn't have that kind of reach. Besides, Chu Wuji added, with the Wuji pagoda of my Great Sun Dynasty, even someone in the titled king phase wouldn't scare us. An imperial weapon? Another scoffed. Wasn't it destroyed in the Great War 1,000 years ago? Suddenly, a powerful spiritual pressure exploded into the sky. Burst, a beam of divine light pierced through the clouds. Su Taishuan's daughter gasped. Lord Gu, if you don't come now, I fear I'll lose everything. With tears in her eyes, she turned. Father, I'll go beg Lord Gu. Su Taishuan, Chu Wuji barked. Do you really intend to sacrifice yourself over a spirit vein? Enough, Su Taishuan shouted back. I won't listen to your nonsense. So stubborn, Zhao Tian growled. Fine, if you're so eager to die. Swoosh, a violent surge of power swept across the land. What is that? Everyone turned sharply. A presence had descended, mighty, ancient, overwhelming. This spirit energy, it's on par with the titled king phase. One of them stumbled backward. Could it be? Su Taishang? Isn't he supposed to be dead? Point at Taishuan's sacred land. The earlier commotion had undoubtedly made the masters from the other sects wary. Su Chinggis' thoughts raced as she moved with urgency. Father, you must hold on until I reach young Master Gu, she whispered to herself. Suddenly, a muffled sound interrupted her. A hand reached out from the shadows. Mph! Shush, it's me, came a familiar voice. Her eyes widened. Ye Chen, how did you get out? I'll explain later. Ye Chen cut in. I'm getting you out of this hellish place they call the Taishuan Sacred Land right now. But Su Qingge's gaze hardened. Don't you get it? I'm never leaving the Taishuan Sacred Land. Ye Chen's expression twisted in disbelief. Qingge, why are you being so stubborn right now? Do you really think Gu Changge can save Taishuan Sacred Land all on his own? He hesitated before continuing. Don't tell me. He's already forced you to. Su Qingge snapped. Young Master Gu never forced me to do anything. I was the one with hidden intentions. I've been trying to win his favor this entire time. Her voice trembled as she admitted. I even tried to sell my looks in exchange for peace for the Taishuan Sacred Land. Ye Chen was speechless. She took a step back, her eyes distant. Will you only be satisfied once you've stripped away every shred of my dignity? Her voice dropped to a whisper, then rose with bitterness. Ye Chen, what makes you think I'd betray my sect and leave with you? And what right do you have to assume young Master Gu is the villain here? Her words cut deep. Taishuan Sacred Land spent over a decade training you, but when the crisis struck, did you ever think of helping? She shook her head. Ye Chen, your ego and selfishness, they disgust me. He was frozen in place. Su Qingge turned to leave. Sigh. Let's get out of here, Ye Chen, she muttered under her breath, yet her feet didn't move. No, this isn't possible, Ye Chen whispered, despair creeping into his voice. This isn't the Qingge I know. Gu Changge must have used some kind of spell on her. Then came the sound of footsteps. Creak. Her heart dropped. This is bad, she thought. I can't be seen together with Ye Chen. Qingge, he murmured, reaching out. She turned sharply. Run, Ye Chen. He froze again. This time, she looked directly into his eyes. I'm sorry, but I have to cut all ties with you. There was a pause. Then Ye Chen lowered his hand and nodded slowly. I see. Let us meet again in the future. Saintess Qingge. Not far away, Gu Changge stood calmly as he received the report. Young Master Gu, Qingge has disappointed you. He gave a small nod. You did well. However, you'll have to fight him to the death the next time you meet. Are you prepared for that? I am, Su Qingge replied firmly. I knew this day would come the moment I chose you. Gu Changge's expression softened slightly. From now on, you may share your burdens with me. He turned away, deep in thought. Since Su Qingge has chosen to sever ties with Ye Chen, I no longer need to keep my distance. He smiled faintly. After all, she's blessed with great fortune. If she can prove useful to me, then it won't be such a bad arrangement. Good, he concluded to himself. Then a realization dawned on him. So I can gain fortune points not only by targeting fortunes chosen, but also by subjugating people blessed with great fortune? His eyes gleamed. Looks like I found another way to level up. Just then, a voice called out hesitantly. Young Master? Yeah? Gu Changge responded. The reason I'm here is because I urgently need your help. He nodded slowly, already aware of what was unfolding. I know what's going on. Don't worry. No one will lay a finger on Taishuan Sacred Land while I'm here. He let out a confident chuckle. Haha, Junior Su, we wouldn't want to embarrass ourselves either. Another voice filled with suspicion challenged them. If the Supreme Elder is truly alive, why not let us meet him? Someone scoffed. Though I don't know how you found out, it's true. The Supreme Elder has passed on. Then what was that primordial fluctuation just now? Another demanded. They're playing tricks. We'll know the truth once we force our way in. Quiet. A powerful voice boomed suddenly. Everyone fell silent. A presence descended upon them. He's here. A majestic figure emerged from the shadows. Who are these barbarians who dare disturb my peace? They counted in disbelief. 3. Nope. Someone muttered under their breath. These guys definitely aren't the dine and dash type. The battle at Taishuan's sacred land. Na, sneered one of the intruders, eyes flashing with contempt. I must say, Su Taishuan, Is your so-called reliance really just a kid? He laughed mockingly. Has the mighty sacred land of Taishuan really fallen to such a pathetic level? Su Taishuan didn't flinch, but the air around them was growing tense. If I were you, the man continued coldly, I'd take back what I just said, because you truly cannot afford to offend this lord. Bang! A deafening shockwave split the ground. Whether he can be offended or not, someone shouted from within the smoke, I'll be the judge of that! A beastly roar echoed across the battlefield, then an explosion. Boom! Gasps followed. What? T-titled Duke phase. Their expressions shifted from arrogance to disbelief. Impossible, someone muttered. How can someone so young already reach the titled Duke phase, especially in the sacred land of the eastern wastelands? But the young man, Lord Gu, stood unwavering. Talent is a gift, an elder said grimly, but you must learn forbearance. No matter where you're from, you do well to stay out of the sacred land of Taishuan's affairs. Gu Chang's voice rang out, resolute and commanding. From this moment on, anything that concerns the sacred land of Taishuan concerns me. Gasps rippled through the crowd. My lord, someone whispered in awe, but the enemy showed no sign of retreat. Since you insist on seeking death, their leader said coldly, then don't blame us for being ruthless. All together now, came the battle cry. Go all out! Take this! Bang! The ground shook under the force of a combined attack. Something dropped with a thud. A stunned voice followed. Oh no, Lord Gu! But Gu Chang'e rose slowly, brushing dust from his sleeve. Nah, the enemy taunted again. So what if you're talented? Since ancient times, countless geniuses have risen. But how many truly matured? He scoffed. Ignorant brat, do you really believe you can take on the three of us with just your titled Duke phase power? From the side, a young woman cried out. Father, Lord Gu, anger flared in her father's eyes. Damn it, if it weren't for the interference of Wuji Tower, how could they have gotten the upper hand against Lord Gu? One of the invaders sneered, his confidence peaking. Su Taishuan, what do you have to say for yourself now? Another cut in with disdain. Enough with this nonsense. Let's kill our way in and seize control of the spirit vein. Impossible. A disciple stammered, his face pale. But Gu Chang'e's calm voice silenced all. Look at the world as a whole, and you'll see that society is rigidly stratified. Skilled masters are as numerous as the clouds, yet, he paused, eyes narrowing. In the lower realms, sects struggle to produce even a single cultivator of the Lord phase. He stepped forward, and those who've reached the titled Duke phase, they're rarer still. As for those beneath the false god phase, his gaze turned sharp. They're nothing but ants. Suddenly, a figure coughed and stepped out.